Morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Just diving straight in, this is going to be part 3 of the eyeshadow declutter. Hopefully this will be the final part. We'll just see how much time I spend on this section, and then we'll take it from there. I think I said this in my previous video. Now that I'm moving on to these sort of palettes, majority of these palettes are collection items, so I won't be decluttering much, but I still wanted to show what is in my collection. So this is going to be more of a collection kind of video rather than a declutter, but there will be 1 or 2 palettes that I am decluttering. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'm going to just dive straight in. So I'm going to start off with the I Heart Revolution Disney palettes. I do have a playlist on these palettes on my channel. I can't remember what the playlist is called, so I'll put it on the screen here somewhere now, where I have done a look using each one of these palettes. I am collecting these palettes, and I do believe that I have them all, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I'm going to just, none of these are going to be decluttered today, but I am going to show you exactly what each one of them look like. So the first one is the Cinderella palette, and it looks like this. On this side you have like highlighters, blush, and then the actual eyeshadow palette. And this one is missing. I think it was in either part 1 or part 2 that I showed you like a Z palette, and they had there was a blue shimmer shade in there that I swatched. This is where I took it from. I couldn't remember which palette it was, but yeah, this is where I took it from. So I repotted this so that I can use it, and I still haven't used it, but it's an absolute gorgeous color. So yeah, this is the Cinderella palette. The next one is the Princess and the Frog palette. Again, we have the not eyeshadows, we have the blushes, we have the highlighters, and then we have the eyeshadows. If you're interested in knowing how each one of these performed, then like I said, I will link the playlist for you guys. I can't really remember which palettes were my favorite now because I did them quite a while ago, but I'm looking at this blush up here and I'm loving it. Look at that. Let's see this. That's such a pretty color. Right, so yeah, I think I may need to pull for these a little bit more often. Next up we have the Little Mermaid, which looks like this. And then opening it up, whoops, that's kind of stuck together. Right, it looks like this. And then we have Snow White, which looks like this. Oh yeah, I also depotted one of the blushes into my own blush like kind of pan thing. I know I'm not making any sense. I don't know if you watched that video. Again, it should be somewhere in a playlist where I depotted some blushes and eyeshadows, and this is one of my favorite from the Disney palettes. So this is one that I depotted. It looks so pretty. Look at that. Orange is such a flattering color on the darker skin tone. Look at that. It is really vibrant, guys. Next up we have the Aladdin palette, which looks like this. Really pretty again. Then next up we have this palette, which is it just says Disney Princess. I have no idea who this princess is, guys. Please don't crucify me. Yeah, so if you guys know what the name of this princess is, please comment down below. This is one of the newer ones out, and in this palette we had bronzers as well as highlighters, and then the eyeshadow palette. Alright, and I think I did like this palette. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I did. And I thought it was quite different because it had the bronzers in. Although I was thinking that maybe it needed to have an even lighter shade and an even darker shade. They could have made the comparisons a little bit different. Like kept this one, had this one darker, and then had the bottom one lighter. Just so that it could reach a few more skin tones. Then we have the Tangled palette, which looks like this, and this is the other blush that I depotted. Next up we have the Sleeping Beauty palette, which looks like this. Opening it up. Again, some really pretty blushes. the highlighters. I don't think I actually liked the highlighters in this palette, or maybe I did, I can't remember honestly, but I know I would have liked the blushes, especially this middle one. I'd be really surprised if I didn't use this middle one when I did the video. And then we have the eyeshadows on this side, and then we have Beauty and the Beast, which looks like this. Opening it up, here we go again. Really pretty. I like this color here as well as this color. And then we have the Mulan, I think that's how you say it, Mulan. Right, again, never watched it, so yeah, here we go. Let's do the Love Tape palettes from P Louise. There are two different types of love tapes, and I say there are two different types because they are all called love tapes, but we have the smaller version and the bigger version. I think there's 8 in that one and there's 8 in that, so there are 8 colors in each of the palette, so you're not losing any colors, just the size of them, right? So if you see the difference in size, can you see? This one is bigger, so yeah, there are 4 of the smaller ones. I think I have the whole set, I have them all, and then so far there is 2, 4, 6, 7 of the bigger ones. I think I have them all, I'm not 100% sure. If I am missing any and you guys realize, please let me know, because I do want the whole collection of the love tapes. So we're going to start off with the smaller ones, and this one is called The Love Affair, which just looks like this. Opening it up, this is what it looks like. Really, really pretty. And then we have Going Solo. I think this is my very first love tape that I got, right? And I think I got this in the, was it a budget box or was it a Black Friday mystery box? I can't remember, but yeah, this is the first one I got, and it looks like this. And then we have Under the Mistletoe, which looks like this. Really, really pretty. And then we have Winter Wonderland, which looks like this. I haven't used any of them smaller ones. I have used a couple of these bigger ones during the P Louise course. I think in the next segment of the eyeshadows coming up, you'll see my, I don't know if you want to call it an eyeshadow palette book that you get while doing the course. Majority of the shades in there I have used, but then I have had to draw on some of these for like the shimmer. Yeah, the shimmer colors. So yeah, I have used a couple of these, but I don't think I've used any of these on my channel yet, but hopefully I will soon. Right, so this one is called Date Night, and I think it's pretty obvious which color I've digged in there. And then this one is called Wedding Wish. Again, you can see where it's been used. Really, really pretty colors though, guys. And this one is called Vacation. This one hasn't been used yet. I love this. Absolutely love that. And then this one is called Beneath the Sheets, which looks like this. I'll bring it up closer so you guys can see. And then this one's called Bride to Be. Look, they've all got this thing on it which causes the glare. There you go. This one is called Lady in Charge. Open this up. I also just love the imprints that they have on each one of the colours, guys. Right, oh, and this one is called Team Bride. I love that. So yeah, those are all the love tapes, and again, they are staying. So let's move on to the Stack 'em Up palettes. And again, these are all staying. I have all 5 of them now. I'm sure there's only 5. Again, if I'm missing any, let me know. I think we started off with blue, pink and purple, and then Paige brought out the green and this kind of nudie kind of one. I say nude, it's not really nude, but okay. So this is the blue one, and this is called Talk is Cheap, which looks like this. Then opening it up, these are the colors. I really like this palette, especially the greens, the bluey greens up here. That one, that color is stunning. And this one, I like this one as well. Right, and then we have my favorite. This is this Smoney Tones or Money Tones? No, Smoney Tones. I'm sure that's what it says. Yes, Money Tones. I'm sure that's what it says. Right, and this is what it looks like. Pinks, which of course is going to be my favorite. And then we have this one, which is CEO, which is going to be the purples, which is my least favorite out of all of them. But this tone here, I feel I could use as well as this one, only because it's got like a pinky kind of undertone to it. And then maybe the dark one here. These 3 would be my favorite, and then this shimmer up here. It's really pretty. And then we have this one, Back Yourself. There we go. All the orangey browny kind of tones. Love this. I would love to use this one as a blush. See how that looks. Right, can you imagine? This colour is absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping you're seeing it all right, you know. And that there's enough light and it's not too dark, because it's kind of like a gloomy day outside. I do have a ring light on, but you know, it's not really bright. Okay, and then this one is called Health as Wealthy. No, Health as Wealth. It's really hard to read because the writing is really, the font is different. Okay, so here's the green. All right, can't wait to get into this and this and this, all of them. I love this. So soon I am going to be doing like a roulette, eyeshadow roulette with all the P Louise palettes. So I put them all, and then I think once a week I will be doing like a video picking a palette from the roulette and doing a look with them, just so that I can start using more of the P Louise palettes on my channel, and not just for the course. Right, so there's them. Okay, so next up we have the Disney Color Collection. I think this is the 3, yeah, this is Alice in Wonderland, Dumbo and the Jungle Book. And this is brand new. I don't think I'm going to keep this. I think I'm going to try and pass this on. Right, this is the Jungle Book, and each one of them is in a sleeve. So here we go, that's what it looks like. And this is the colours for the Jungle Book. So again, these have not been used, not even swatched, I believe. I don't think they've been even swatched. This is Dumbo. Okay, there's some really pretty mattes in there, especially that blue, this one here. I like that. Right, and then this is Alice in Wonderland, which looks like this. Look at that pink. Oh, that's absolutely stunning. But I just know that this is never going to get a look in, because I have majority of these colours in other palettes, and whereas these are all mattes, I know I'm probably just never going to pick it up. So I would just be keeping it for the collection's sake. And I am collecting Beauty Bay palettes, but not like this Disney one. Not like how I'm doing the Revolution one. So I think I'm going to pass this on. This would be a really nice gift to somebody, especially because it's still brand new, not swatched or anything. So yeah, I think I'm going to pass this on. I'm going to put that there. Let's quickly do these palettes here. Okay, this is not really a palette. Well, it is, but this is the Hydra Pigment palette. So this is like activated liner. Look at that, the yellow bits just dropped out. It's broken. Right, so I am going to keep this just for line work and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to keep that. And this is the Barry Baked Matte and Metallic Eyeshadow Palette. There's a lot of metallic shades in here, which is really super pretty. This is what it looks like. I have swatched this one, as you can see. I don't know if I would reach for this though. I feel like I may declutter this. This shade here just looks really pretty though. Really, really pretty. And I don't think I have many metallic shades. Oh, I don't know. Let's just swatch this one really quick and see what this looks like. Look at that. No, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping that one. Yeah, I'm keeping that one. Next we have this e.l.f. palette, which I'm keeping because I want to do a full face of e.l.f. I have kept the Cookies and Dreams. Is it called? Yeah, Cookies and Dreams. I have kept that palette, but just in case I change my mind and I don't want to go with them colours because I think they're kind of like bluey kind of colours, it is nice to have like a neutral palette as well. These are the only e.l.f. palettes I have apart from the mini ones. So yeah, I'm going to keep hold of this palette for now, only because I have to do a full face of e.l.f. Okay, so we have the Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty palette, which looks like this. Really stunning. I have used it a couple of times, as you can see, but I know I'm not going to reach for this again. I think I've done a look with it on my channel. I'm not 100% sure. And I have kind of used the shimmers, as you can see, all of them, apart from this one. I've used them all, right? And even this one I think I may have swatched, I'm not sure. And this was definitely inner corner highlight. But yeah, I know I'm not going to reach for this again, and I'm not going to keep it just because it's Huda Beauty. I am collecting the, I think it's called the Obsessions palettes from Huda Beauty, not the bigger palettes like this. I think this is the only one I have actually. So I think I'm going to try and find this a new home and pass it on. Then we have the Revolution Imagination, the eyeshadow palette. I don't think I've used it. I may have swatched, yeah, I've swatched this one down here, and I've swatched this one here, and I think this blue one. But again, I can't see myself using it, so I am going to pass this on. Then we have these Revolution palettes. This one I just got in the advent calendar, just gone, right? So I will be keeping hold of this one. I think it's a really pretty colour story. Loads of nudes, and it has some darks in there, even though they don't have a dark coloured matte, which is really annoying. I think this is the darkest colour matte. Yeah, that's annoying, but some really pretty colours in there, so I will keep hold of this for a little while longer. And then we have these three palettes. What are these called? The Reloaded palettes. Right, this first one here is called Velvet Rose. Let's open this up. Oh my gosh, guys, I haven't even opened it. It's still brand new. Look, it still has the thingy on it. Oh, what about this one? No, I don't know. I got all three of these and they're still brand new, guys. The face is a little scratched, I guess how I was storing them or whatever, but they are brand new. They still have the seals on it. So just looking through, because I don't want to open one that I'm not going to keep. This one here, I'm thinking I'm going to just pass this on. Okay, this one here, again, there's not a dark coloured shade in there, although it's on the pinky kind of side. There's not a dark shade in there, so I think, again, I may just pass this on. And then this one, again, is very neutral. And I'm thinking these two would go together perfectly. Right, it really would. These two would go together perfectly because I have like a black in here, I have a dark brown, I have a warmer kind of toned dark brown, And this has got some beautiful shimmers in, so I think I'm going to keep these and then declutter these. Okay, 3 more palettes on this shelf, and then I'm going to move to the next shelf. I think I can do this all in one video, guys, so I think this is going to be the final eyeshadow part 3. So this is the P Louise Blend Away 2022. You would have seen me unbox this on my channel, and of course this is definitely staying. I am not getting rid of this, although I can most probably take it out of the box now, right, and get rid of the box. Okay, so here is what the palette looks like. And if I had to declutter a P Louise, it would definitely, maybe down the line, be this one, only because there is so many light colours. But then more than half the palette is usable, if you see where I'm coming from. But like these colours, I probably wouldn't get much use out of it apart from the shimmers. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Look at that. I cannot wait to use this palette, guys. Can't wait. Right, and then we have the Wedding Wish XL palette. I guess this is like a new collection, guys, because look, they are like the same size, the same kind of design. So I'm sure like this is like a new kind of collection, different types, I don't know. But this is the Wedding Wish XL. And again, absolutely stunning. Look at that. Really, really pretty. Really pretty. And I can get away with some of the lighter tones, especially these ones for everyday use or as transitional shades. And yeah, it's just like these really, really pale ones I probably wouldn't use, but these ones here are all fine, especially when I want to use it to blend out some of the darker ones. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to using that. So that's definitely staying. And then we have the Love Tapes, the big one, right? And this is called, and in the shadows I found beauty within, no, what is this one called? Your love story has just begun, babe. I think it's just called the Love Tapes palette. I think this one's just called the Love Tapes palette. So it's really big and it's heavy. All right, look at that. Really, really pretty. Let's take this off it. It has 2 highlighters, as you can see, a darker, like a goldy color, and then a lighter color, like a silvery kind of color, but it still has like a warm undertone. And then you have the Love Tapes in the middle. It's really, really pretty. As you can see, I have used it. Yeah, I have used it. I don't think I've used it on my channel. I'm wondering, I think you can still buy this palette, you know, to be honest. What was I going to say? One question I really wanted to ask you is, there are some P Louise palettes that are no longer available for purchase. So when I do the P Louise roulette, would you like me to put all the palettes that I have from P Louise in it, or only the palettes that are still available to purchase, kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying? Please drop a comment down below and let me know so that I know if I should just add them all or not. Right, guys, I'm going to put all these back and then get the next shelf, so I will be right back. The first one is this BPerfect Manifest palette. I haven't actually used this on my channel, but I have actually dipped into some of these colors, and I think you'll find I don't really wear eyeshadow on a day-to-day. I only really wear eyeshadow when I'm filming or when I'm doing my course, or you know, if I've got somewhere to go. So 9 times out of 10, if you're seeing that I've used an eyeshadow palette and it's not been shown on my channel, it's because I've dipped into colors that I wanted to try out as part of my course, right? So yeah, this is one of them. And obviously the pink is definitely one of the colors that has been used. So that is staying. And then we have the BPerfect Carnival palette, which looks like this, which has not been used. All right, I can't believe I still haven't used this. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep hold of this and maybe use it. Try and use it. Try and get it fitted in somewhere, somehow. And then let's look at these. We have the Revolution Pro Influencer Overnight Shadow Book. There's 3 of them, but I only picked up the 2 that I like the look of. So that would be book 1 and book 3. And there's no name for it. It just says Shadow Book 1. Okay, so this is book 1. Oh yes, it's the brights. You can see it's brights. There you go, it looks like this. And there's the brights, and as you can see, it's not even been touched. So I am going to hold on to this because, you know, it is brights and it has like every single color you could possibly want, right? So yeah, I am going to hold on to that and try and remember that I have that. So if I need like a yellow, a really bright yellow, a really bright blue to come to that, apart from this, I do have the Brights Beauty Bay. Yeah, so if I've got the Brights Beauty Bay, I've got all of the brights. Do I need this? I'm going to hold on to this for now, just in case, and compare. That's what I should have done from before. Oh, no, this says brights as well, so I think they all say that. So this is... Oh, no. Look, bear with me. I'll get there. This palette is called From 0 to 100. And this is book 1, right? And I don't have book 2, but I have book 3. And this is Ring Light Ready, which looks like this. And as you can see, I have dipped... Let me try and bring it closer. You can kind of see which colours I've dipped into and used. Mainly the shimmer shades. Then we have the Creator Revolution Paint Book palette. I don't think I haven't used this. I've only dipped into the black, as you can see. Let me bring it closer. I don't know if you can see that. I've dipped into the black. I don't think I'm going to use this, to be honest with you. But I guess I could use this on the children for like Halloween and stuff. So I may just keep hold of this yet. I may keep hold of that. And then we have 2 Shein palettes. And the Glitz Wiz. One's purple, one's gold. I don't think they have separate names. Right, so here is the gold colour. As you can see, a lot of use. This was really good. This was a really good palette, actually. Right, and really pigmented. Let's go into this blue. Let's do a shade that I've never done. Look at the colour on that. Let's put it here. Look at that. It's really pretty. And let's try the green down here as well. Look at that. It's really smooth, really nice. But I just know... Oh, let's just try one more. Let's try this gold. Look at that. Put it on the hand. This. That is really pretty. Really, really pretty. Oh, this one is called Brick Lane. It's there and it's got all of the colours. It's called Brick Lane. So I think I'm going to try and pass that on. Right, give it to a friend to see if somebody else can get some use out of it, because I just know I'm probably not going to reach for it again. Right, and then here's this one. Right, again, really pretty. I think this one's called Ecstasy. Yeah, Ecstasy. Right, and really pretty colours. Not really much dark colours in there. So as you can see, I've only kind of used this colour, this colour, this colour. It's more the shimmers. Oh, and this glitter is to die for. Right, so yeah, I am going to try and pass these on. This is the book that I was talking about that you get with when you start the course, and I'm going to open it up, but apologies for how messy it is. I have used this quite a bit, but with the single pans that you get when you start the course, you only get, I think, 3 shimmer shades, which is why hence I've dipped into a few other palettes just for the shimmers and not really the mattes. But yeah, there's one, and I sat down and painstakingly wrote each colour down and labelled it all. Let me bring it up closer so that you can see. This colour is so nice. As you can see, I've used it quite a few times. Right, a lot of these colours are nice. And then the next one, we have like the neutrals and stuff, and some of the... Yeah, I really do like these colours, and I do like the P Louise formula. Let's just... This one's called Down Under. Just look at the depth of that colour. And this brown here. Oh, look at how much pigment comes off. You really only need a little drop of this. Green. Look at that. The P Louise colours, the pigments are so nice and so pigmented, right? And they got a lot of staying power. it kind of stays all day, right? And I'm so glad that Page offers, like, when you start the course, you get like this, I guess you guys have already seen the video of me unboxing it, but you get like a makeup kit, and this is in the makeup kit. And here is the black, right? And then here are the 3 shimmers that I was talking about. As you can see, they've been dug out. Loved, especially the middle one. But yeah, so this is really nice. I'm really happy with this. I really like this. And this is, of course, staying, right? And I've just dropped, look at that, eyeshadow all over the sheet yet again. Right, so the next one is this 350 Morphe palette, Supernatural Glow. And this is what it looks like. Again, I've just used the shimmers, not really the mattes, as you can see. Let me bring it up closer. And here it's got all the colour names on the actual thing here, so that's why I try not to get rid of them. But this, I think I'm going to try and pass on, because I just know I'm not going to use it. Then we have the BPerfect Dream Big Manifest palette, which looks like this. And again, you can see exactly which colours have been used. Really pretty. I think I will keep hold of this, because I'd just like to do a BPerfect series on my channel. That would be really good as well, right, for me to be able to do that. And then we have the NYX Swear By It colour palette. Looks like this. And look, guys, it is sealed. I think I may put this into one of my giveaways, because this is such a really nice palette. Look at how big it is. And then you've got some neutrals, you've got your browns, you've got some like reddy plummy kind of colours, you've got a little bit of mustard there, you've got some greens, some blues, you've got some really nice shimmers. So you've got like the orangey type of undertones, the golds, right, the lighter golds, right, you've got the silvers, some blues. I think this is a really nice palette. I can't talk on the formula, because as you can see, it's still sealed, still brand new. Look at that. So I haven't used it, and I can't remember if I've seen any reviews on it, so I can't really talk about the quality of it, but it looks really nice. The colours look really nice. So I think because there's not many scratches on the front of it, I can get away with putting it in a giveaway for one of you guys. So yeah, I will give this away to one of you guys. Look at that. I won't open it. Put it there. Right, so these 2 palettes, guys, you've seen them on my channel. I unboxed them recently. It's the new P Louise Creativity palettes. One of them is called Unlock Your Creativity, and the other one is called Aligning With My Future. Once you open it up, which is really cool, you've got the light. Look at that. That's super pretty. And it opens up like a book, right? And you have the first colour story there, right? I'm just covering up the mirror because I don't want to blind you. But it's really, really pretty, especially them yellows. Oh, and the pinks, right? And then when you open the other side, look at this. You have another mirror, which you'll see in there. I don't want to blind you. And then you have this. So it's like 2 palettes in one. That is super pretty, guys. So yeah, loving that. Cannot wait to use it. Right, so here is the other one, and it's called Aligning My Future. And again, when you open it up, it lights up like that, which is so pretty. I love that. Right, and again, we have this colour story. I guess it takes yellows to another level on this, and the pinks. Love that. And then the other side, turning it round, you have purples, some blues and lilacs, and a little bit of green, like minty kind of colour greens. More on your pastel side. I don't see me getting much use out of this side, if I'm honest, apart from the couple blues here, I would say. Right, but that's about it. The other side definitely, and the other palette 100%. Moving on to the big chunky P Louise palettes. There's quite a few of them. The first one is Beauty in the Breakup. This is what it looks like. Really, really pretty. Right, this is just for collection purposes. I don't think I'm going to get much use out of this palette, guys. more than just like a neutral look. But I do like this colour. I don't know if the colour is going to show up on camera properly, but this is like a burgundy. It's a really nice colour. Really, really nice colour. This one right here. It's called Relief. So that's the first one. The next one is the Secret Sinners palette, and I really like how it looks with the feathers and the gold background and all the writing and stuff. I just think it looks super high-end, really, really top quality. I love all of P Louise packaging. It's a little bit over the top, right, and it would be hard to travel with, but yeah, love it. Look at the color story on that. Really, really pretty. And as you can see, I don't really use these big palettes because they're quite heavy and bulky, so it's like an inconvenience really. But I love the packaging, and I have to collect them. I do love P Louise formula. I think her formula is really good for eyeshadows, but especially for travel, when you're traveling, you just really wouldn't take this. I mean, this is really heavy, 2 of these palettes. So yeah, the next is Timeless Treasures, which looks like this. I mean, I kind of have all of these colors already in other palettes. I've just dug my finger in. Look, I just dug my finger in there. Right, it's all over my finger. Right, but this is a really pretty palette. Really, really pretty. The next one is If the Crown Fits. Opening this up. Let's take this top thing off. I definitely want to use this palette though. Look at that. Really, really pretty. Them colours are stunning. And then underneath we have another one that you can pull out. Look at that. Them colours are everything. Really, really pretty. Let's take this off. It's kind of stuck there. I don't want to pull it all the way out, but look. Just so that you guys can get a good look. Really, really pretty. Then we have the Money Shot palette, and I think this has to be my favourite big P Louise palette. Yeah, only because it's full of greens, guys, and you know that greens and pinks are my favourites. Look at that. She needs to do another one of these palettes, guys, but with all pinks. I'd be in pink heaven. But look at that. Really, really, really pretty. And then underneath you have, oh, look at that. More greens. More on the neutral kind of side. Oh, love that. And it just slides back in. So nice. And I love the fact that there's moving parts in it. Really, really pretty. Right, and the next one I have is the All I See Is Signs palette. And as you can see, it's still not even out of the box. Let's take it out of the box. This is what that looks like. Really, really pretty. This is what the colour story looks like. Again, really pretty. Right, so those are all my big P Louise palettes. I know that there is another one. I think there's another 2 out there that I should collect. There's another Timeless Treasures one like this, but it's got 2 drawers, like the big one and the little one that you can pull out. Right, so I know that there is another one of those. I think there's another 2 like that I can collect that I haven't yet. I will down the line, just not now because I'm saving. I'm saving right now. Next up we have the P Louise Cancelled palette, and this palette has been discontinued, so you can't get this palette anymore. Unfortunately, I managed to pick it up, and I absolutely love this palette. Look at it. Really, really pretty. And I love the fact that when you open it up, you've got all the different news and stuff there that you could sit down and actually read. success doesn't come from things you do occasionally, it comes from the effort you put in consistently. So this is like all different kinds of affirmations and stuff, and I think this was like an exclusive interview with P Louise with Paige. So I think she did like an interview and she's answering all the questions, right? I haven't actually sat down and read it, but yeah, I definitely want to. Definitely want to. So yeah, there's that. Love this. This is not going anywhere either. Right, and then we have some other palettes, these big ones. Right, so this is the XX Revolution, the Matrix palette. This is the pill palette. You have the blue pill and the red pill, and I did do a look using this on my channel, and I don't think I've used the palette since actually. This is what it looks like. Right, and I actually like the looks that I came up with. I did do it on my channel, I'm remembering. I did one pill on each eye, so it was a different look on each eye. Right, and this is what it looks like. But I just know I'm not going to reach for it again, so I am going to declutter that. And then we have the La Roque, the artistry book, the Pro Artistry book, book 1 and book 2. And as you can see, book 1 is really, really, really loved. Look at that. Especially this shade up here. Just look at how it's dug into. Look at all the different colours. Right, this one here is really pretty. I use that a lot. Right, so I think I may just keep hold of this. I've got book 1 and this is book 2. I don't think, yeah, I've used it once. Right, I've used this once, as you can see. I love this whole section of pink. Look at the colours. Absolutely stunning. Just so that you can see them all. Yeah, definitely going to keep these both. Right, so I've reached the end, guys. Finally, I've reached the end of the eyeshadows, part 1, part 2, part 3. And I have to say that I'm actually surprised that I managed to declutter these. So I still did declutter quite a few palettes, guys. I did really well, right? And none of these are going back into my collection. And this one here is going to be put aside for one of you guys, right? And do you know what? I think I may put this aside as well for one of you guys as well. Let me know what you guys think about these. These are unopened as well, as you can see. They're both unopened. They have their seals on it. It's just that the front of them has a couple of scratches. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera. I don't know how you guys feel. If you want me to put all of these into a giveaway, then yeah, drop a comment down below and let me know. Right, guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I really do hope that you're enjoying the declutter series. Yeah, and I apologize that it was 3 parts to the eyeshadows. I just didn't want to make each one of the videos super long, even though I know this one is going to be quite a lengthy video as well, so apologies for that. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, before you all click off though, if I could ask you to please hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already done so, and then click on the little notification bell and then click all so you never miss another upload from me. And while you're down there, if I could ask you to please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help me on my channel out, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Right, I won't keep you guys for much longer. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a beautifully blessed day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.